doers. So there's a lot of humans doing, and not enough humans being. A lot of running around. What are we running from? Work, stress, anxiety, depression, avoiding responsibility. We run so far away we don't even recognize ourselves. Let's stop running away and start moving toward our true desires. Which actions are we going to take in this present moment that brings us closer to our utopia? Ask yourself, where do I want to be? What do you want from your world? What type of experiences do you want to have? Most importantly, do you believe in yourself enough to achieve more love, financial freedom, deep connectivity, accountability, eliminate procrastination, defeat depression, break free from anxiety, a place where you can practice reaching your higher self, feeling free to evolve, a place to feel heard and appreciated, all with love and beautiful healing energy. Welcome to Love Plus Transformation. The body is the technology, but it seems we've lost the manual.
Prosperous risings, everybody. How y'all feeling today? Peace, love, and beautiful energy. What's going on, y'all? My name is Apolline Damaj. They call me the Magic Mogul, and I'm the language coach. So I help you to speed up your process by improving your dialect, because the dollars are in the details, y'all. But when it comes to collecting this money, I help you build both your personal and business credit, as well as get both personal and business funding. So I'm not going to hold y'all up. We're going to get right into it. Matter of fact, drop wins in the chat. Drop wins in the chat, because it's Wednesday. It's time to rack up these wins, y'all. Let's get into it.
Let's go, family. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. Get those cameras on. We are about to start this call. Okay, we're about to bring our coach crew up with the intentions of the day. So just drop those love emojis in the chat. Let's get it, King crew. Let's go, King. Bring him up.
Let's get it. Mic's off mute. Turn it up one time for yourself. Turn it up one time for your coach. Turn it up one time for your environment. Turn it up one time for your mentorship. Everybody is here for a reason, not just a season. I need the mics off mute. Let's go. Let's make some noise. Where y'all at?
Let's get it. Let's
go. Good morning, everybody.
Winning Wednesday. Let's go, team. Yes, we are winning. Not only Wednesday, but every day. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. The energy here is unmatched.
Period. No commas. Period.
Let's go.
What's going on? How we feeling? What are we feeling in the chat, y'all? All right, so I'm gonna get straight to it, right? Accountability, number one, right, is super important. Like, what is accountability? Discipline and consistency, right? Somebody let me know in the chat. Is that correct or not? What is accountability? Put the answer in the chat. What is accountability? Discipline and consistency, right? So what have you been disciplined in that worked? What haven't you been disciplined in that hasn't worked, right? These are the thoughts you want to have. The reason why you want to have these thoughts is because when you start to realize you're really only one move away. Everybody put one move in the chat. You're really only one move away. Now, the truth of the matter is this. You could be one move towards the direction that you truly want, or one move in the direction that you don't want. But you're still one move away. So how do you get to the space that you truly want to be in, where it says, all right, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, but how do I actually bring it to me? How do I live in that possibility? Discipline and consistency. Because regardless, this whole life you're making progress, right? Like people might say we're living, some people might say we're dying. It just depends on your perspective. But the truth of the matter is this. You have a choice. You have a choice. You could choose to decide to be the person that you truly want to be, to your inabilities. What's your choice? Let me know in the chat. What's your choice? What's your choice? You can play on the sidelines or you can get in the game. Let me know. What's your choice? What are you choosing? What are you choosing? Let me know in the chat. What are you choosing? Because you could be on the sideline or you could be in the game. Which one? Which one? Some people said, put me in the game. Some people say you want to get in the game. Look, I'm going to be honest with you right now. Everybody's in the game. It's either you learn the rules of the game so that way you can play the game, or you stay ignorant to the rules of the game and you get played by the game. Now, everybody got a different position in the game. What's your position in this game? This game is called life. You ultimately lose, but it's not about winning. It's about creating, right? It's about creating. So what are you creating? So we talk about the timestamp for when you arrived in this earth. And you talk about the timestamp where you transition, and you got the little dash in the middle. Life is just this little dash. It's the little dash. It's going to happen so quickly. But one of the biggest things, and I always take these notes, right? I want to go into my notepad real quick, because I always take these notes. In fact, I think it would be helpful. Can I share this? I think I should probably share this with you. Let me share this with you. So I'm going to share my screen in a second. I'm going to just go through my notes. And I'm going to read off of these notes right here. So all I need for somebody just to pin, spotlight that. All right. So give me a second, y'all. I want to pull this up. The reason why I'm going to pull up my notes, because I want to show you an example of what I do that you could also do to start taking your life to the next level with discipline and consistency. One thing I want everybody here to do is just to write things down. How many of you have actually been writing things down? Like when you get breakthroughs, when you get ideas, you get discoveries. Can you just let me know? I want to know in the chat. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen. Hold up. I got to make myself a co-host on my side. But I'm going to share something with you. And the thing that I'm sharing with you is negatives versus notifications. Who's familiar with that? Who's familiar with when I talk about negatives versus notifications? Put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not familiar. Because I'm definitely about to turn it up on y'all, but you know, it's a pace to everything. I walk into it, you know, give the intention for today, but the intention is mindset, to reframe the things that you've been seeing. It's to see the negatives versus the notifications, right? Like which things am I seeing as, if I'm looking at it from a negative perspective, which things I'm looking at, if I'm looking at it from a notification perspective, right? So these are the things that's going to help you out. All right, so I have the capabilities to share my screen on my other device. So let me do that right now, y'all. So this goes for everybody, right? You have a choice to decide to be the best version of yourself. You have a choice to decide to live the life that you really want. So in your life right now, you're going to be distracted. In your life right now, you're going to be filled around with, you're going to have opportunities around. You're going to be filled with opportunities. It's up to you to see which opportunities work best for you, because it's all opportunity. You have to see yourself in a sense of possibility. So you learn from the past, you see the future, but you live where? Let me know. Put the answer in the chat. You learn from the past, you see the future, But where do you live? I see present. I see now. What else? What else? Where do you live? Present time. What else? You live in the possibility. It's almost impossible for you to live into the present, y'all. Like, it's almost impossible. You got to be in the present moment to live in the possibility, but it's almost impossible for you to live in the present because the present turns into the past and the future at the same time. I told you I was about to pick it up on you. Yo, do I need to run that back? Or that makes sense to somebody? Because maybe it didn't make sense. Some of y'all got looking like that emoji. You'd be like, what is he saying right there? It's hard for you to live in the present when the present is also creating the past in the future at the same time. But you use the present moment to live into the possibilities. So you learn from the past, you see the future, but you live where? In the possibilities. You can't escape this. You cannot escape it. You can't. It's almost, this is when we say either you believe you can or you believe you can't, either way, you're right. Like, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about either way that you believe you can't do something or you believe that you can do something. It's still you living in what we call a possibility. Because yes, is it possible for things to go wrong? Yeah. Is it possible for things to go right? Yeah. So now, if that's the case, if it's a double-edged sword, or if it's duality, or if it's a situation like that where there could be both spectrums, then guess what that's called? That's called possibility. So now these are the things that's going to allow you to actually be able to do what you want to do. So some of y'all probably said, damn, I can't go get funded with my credit being bad. Is that true? Let me know in the chat if that's true. Put true in the chat. I got about 8 more minutes and we're going to move into the next segment. Put true in the chat if you cannot get funding with bad credit. Damn, my credit is shot. I can't get funded. But let me put true in the chat. If it's not true, put not true in the chat. So either way you believe that you can or you can't, you're living inside these possibilities. When you believe that you got to work a 9 to 5, and you believe that if you leave your job, that you're not going to have security. If you believe these things, those are the possibilities that you create for yourself. Hold on. I think we're starting to cook. Turn up the heat just a little bit. Let that sizzle. Hold on, let that sizzle. Let that sizzle. Thank you. Drop some fire emojis in the chat because we're about to let it sizzle. Come on, drop those fire emojis in the chat. Look, what I want you to do is this. If you want more, put the plus emoji in the chat because we got to add some more ingredients to this flame. We got to add some more ingredients to this flame. We're going to get to the negatives versus notifications. I'm priming your mind right now because you're living where? So the past is for what? Let's recap. The past is for what? What are we doing in the past? What is the past used for? Right, to learn. What is learning? What's the purpose of learning? Let's see if y'all notice. What's the purpose of learning? Some of y'all are gonna say certain things, that's cool, but look, I knew it. To grow is the first one. Improvement. What else? What else? Earn, to apply and do better. What else? What's the purpose of learning though? What's the actual purpose of learning? Apolline knows this. Apolline, put in the chat. What's the actual purpose of learning? Mastery. The purpose of learning is to master. So what's happening? We're giving you plays, right? And we're giving you knowledge, but how many times you're reading it? How many times y'all went through the course modules? Once, right? And y'all couldn't wait to get to the next module, right? But what happened when you got to the next module? So about the past. Something happened in the past that now in this present moment, you kind of did what about the last module? You did what? So you looked at the first module, you did it one time, you went through it, and now what happened now? Now you're on the second module, you advanced through the second module, you made progress, but what happened? Yes, Iquan is being honest. Everybody let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. You forgot what you just learned. So there's no wonder why you're not executing at a high level. It's not because you didn't do the work. It's not because you're not doing the work or you're not trying to do something or whatever y'all be saying these days. It ain't about that. It's the fact that you forgot what you learned because you didn't learn it in the first place. You looked at it. How many of y'all say that? Yeah, I looked at the course modules. How many of y'all say that? I looked at the course modules. I told you we're getting ready to cook. Hold up. Getting ready to cook, y'all. Okay, you're getting ready to cook. So, no, you don't study for understanding. I told you what you study for. I told you what you learn for. What do you learn for? What do you learn for? Don't worry, there's no bad. There's no bad. There's no wrong. I'm just showing y'all in real time. This is the mindset you have to have in order to expedite your results, right? You learn from mastery. How many of you learn from the past, but you keep bringing your past into your future? How many of you learn from your past, but you keep bringing your past in the future because you haven't mastered it? You haven't mastered leaving that person alone. You haven't mastered understanding that you're not limited. You haven't mastered feeling like you're the MVP. You haven't mastered becoming more effective in less time. You haven't mastered your discipline. You haven't mastered your consistency. You just did it. Did it once, you did it twice, and you thought you were good, right? If I'm making sense, look, because I could just jump off right now, y'all. I could just jump off right now. But I'm telling you right now, the key to your life is to become more effective in less time. Thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly said I can keep going. I'm going to keep going. So when you learn from the past, what should you be doing in the present? If you learn from the past, right, what should you be doing in the present? All right, I know I'm getting y'all stuck. Okay, applying it. Okay, somebody, y'all on to something right now. You're applying it, right? You're applying it, you're implementing, right? All of these different things are happening. So now when you're applying and implement it, how does that strengthen? Oh, excuse me, I just gave y'all the answer. Jeez. So now, since I gave y'all the answer, now I'm just go with it. So now when you apply it and you start executing, you start implementing, you strengthen your vision for what? You strengthen your manifestation of what? When you start applying it, like think about it. If we live in if the present moment is to live in a possibility of it, but you learn from the past so you can master the things that you've learned, so that way you can move with vigor, right? To be able to move with speed and velocity and move fast to attract the possibilities of what, right? When you're actually applying it in the present moment of being in that possibility, what happens to the future? It shows up to you with bigger, better, bolder ways that you couldn't even imagine, right? Let's break it down real fast though, right? How many of you have actually said, yeah, I don't really want to go to the party. Yeah, I don't really want to go to that event. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I really don't want to do it. But you said, you know what? I'm just going to go. And when you went, you lived in the possibility of what could happen. And you was like, damn, I don't know why I thought I was never, like I shouldn't have came. I don't know why I was even considering not coming. This was so amazing. This was so beautiful. If that was you, if you ever had an experience like that, put a 1 in the chat. I just want to show everybody in real time how much we're alike. Yeah, who's going to be at the barbecue? Nah, I ain't going. Just come on, just go. Just come on, let's go. You go out there like, you mad the whole time because you're living in the past. So you're bringing your past in the future. So now you're miserable the whole time. Think about it. I'm walking you through. The reason why most of you are miserable is because, not you. I'm just saying anybody out there, right? Because we're recording this. The reason why you are miserable is because you take your past and you put it into your present. Think about it. If every time you wanted to walk somewhere, somebody was in your face like this, guarding you on defense. Hey, what's up? Oh, you want to go get that coffee? Nah. Like what if the entire time that you're looking to do something, you just had somebody jumping in your face doing this? Tell me if you'll be happy or not. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Kevin said no. Kareem said no. I want to hear the emphatic no's because I need to know who's really rocking with me. I need to know who's paying attention. I need to know who's actually getting their mindset. I need to know. Let's be real here. Some of y'all don't even like your other person's questioning you where you going. Don't be asking me where I'm going. Don't be questioning me. Damn, I just asked where you going. I just asked. But imagine you had somebody doing this to you. Everywhere you go, they shifting with you. You go left, they go left. Oh, you go right, they go right. Would that be enjoyable? So why are you doing it to yourself? M&Ms. Why are you doing it to yourself? Why are you doing that to yourself? If you don't like it when somebody else would do it, why do you do it to yourself? If you talk negative to you, if you don't like when somebody else talk negative to you, why you talk negative to yourself? We're talking about becoming more effective in less time. These are the things you have to start worrying about so that way you can move them out the way. In fact, let me change the language on it. You don't have to worry about it. You have to get them out the way. Move them out the way. So what does that mean? Move yourself out of your own way, right? Because we're getting ready to go into the accountability portion. So let me just say this last thing. It's about seeing the notifications and not the negatives, right? You could choose to see all the negatives in a situation. You could choose to complain. You could let it stop you. You can create excuses to slow you down. Or you can choose to see the negatives as notifications of areas of improvement to speed up your progress. Right? If you want to join a mentorship, you really like this mentorship, you understand the value of it, you know that it has a lot to offer you and it's going to be able to transform your life. And you say, damn, but I don't have the money. And then you go, I'm not going to do it. You know this is going to transform your life. You go, I don't have the time. You know, like you probably call your friend up like, yeah, look, I want to join this program. And you know what? I think I'm going to pull the trigger on it. But to be real, like, I don't know if I got the time for it. Like, I know it's going to transform my life. Hold on, y'all. Let's break it down in a way that you might be able to understand it better. If you're a woman and you're looking to have a significant other, and a significant other comes to you and you know, you talk to your girlfriend, let me show you how you sound when you deny your greatness, when you deny your fruits of your labor, when you deny your blessings, when you block your blessings. Oh, damn, girl, he's a perfect person for me. He does this, he does that. Look, I don't have to worry about anything, but I just don't know. It's just something about it that, you know, I gotta have like an edge. I gotta have like this up and down thing. Like, that's how you sound. You sound like that. You got a man that's perfect for you. Same thing with a guy. You got a woman who's perfect for you. She does everything you ask her to do. But damn, man, it's just the other girls out there though, bro. Like, I know it's just other girls out there. And man, I'm meant to just put my seed everywhere. I know there's other girls out there in the world. Like, I gotta try the flavors, man. I just gotta do it. You just sound weird. You just sound like you are blocking your own blessings. And in fact, this is what you do, because every moment you got the other person doing this in your face. Jumping to the left. As you move to the left, they jump to the left. You move to the right, they move to the right. This is you. So when mentorship calls, when opportunities calls, you got a program that's going to take your life to the next level. You find every way to make an excuse to see the negative versus the notification. Okay, cool. Let's break it down. If I don't have the time, then what should I do? Let me know in the chat. If I don't have the time, what should I do? Easier said than done, Aaliyah, but I love where you're going with it. If I don't have the time, what should I do? See, one of the fundamental things is language again. You see how we say make time? Show me how y'all make time right now. Show me how you can make time. Because it's that instruction that's causing you to feel like you can't do it. It's your instruction right there. Instead of saying make time, what can I use? Prioritize. Good. What else? Instead of saying make time, what could I do? Because it's your language that's causing you to actually stop doing the thing. I like block time too, right? Time block. I like to block the time, because now you're blocking the time from moving past you. And you say, I'm going to get my things right here. I'm going to get my blessings right here, right now. Okay, I like management time, right? Because you can do the time management of it and say, okay, yeah, let me make sure I can do this, do that. What else? What else? You can utilize the time. How many of us are utilizing time on things that is not moving the needle? How many of us are utilizing time on things that won't push us forward, won't get us to where we want to be? Some of y'all thinking right now, right? So we have to change the language around what we do. So it's not about a negative. So when we say, hey, let's go out to the party, and you looked at all the ways that, oh man, so-and-so is going to be there, my ex. Why are you getting embarrassed because that was your ex? That person helped you learn and helped you grow. In fact, you should be thanking that person when you see him. Thank you so much for allowing me to be in your life, because guess what? You helped me grow tremendously, and now I'm a beautiful person because of it. Instead, you see the negatives. Oh, yeah, fuck that motherfucker. He did X, Y, Z. She did X, Y, Z. I don't want to see how I'll fight over. How much, if I give you $1 million, what would you... How many of y'all would stomp on your ex? Everybody had that meme, right? Doing Michael Jackson stomps on their exes. Like, come on. Are you blind to what's actually happening? On my live, I go, yo, are you meant to be with multiple people? Are you meant to? So I'm going to ask this question right now. Answer the question in the chat, because I'm going to see if y'all looking at the negatives or the notifications right here, right now, in real time. Are you meant to be with multiple people in your life romantically? Yes or no? Look at all the girls. All the girls will go, no, I ain't meant to be with multiple people at once. And nobody said at once. I just said meant to be with multiple people. But your mind is thinking at once because that's something that you probably want to do, or that's something that you probably thought other people think about. And it's just not you being you, not thinking about the actual question. You're seeing the negatives and not the notifications. You need to be with multiple people, period. So when you break up with an ex, it's not some breakup that's, why are you mad at the person? First of all, most women, I always like to talk to women about this because y'all need this the most. And men, y'all get it too, but it's more controversy to speak about a woman because I'm a man, right? So I just do that for that play. But women, you complain about the results you don't get from the work that you didn't do. So you didn't do the work to go get the man that you truly want. So you settle for a man that just wants you for sex or wants you for your body because that's the advertisement that you put out, because men are pitchers. Men are sellers. Women are advertisers, right? So you're advertising your body. You're on Instagram. You want your man to stop selling to other girls, but you want to keep advertising. You want to keep advertising to other men. You still showing up. See, the women don't go into your DM all the time, but typically a woman will elicit a man to come in their DMs. They'll take a picture of themselves, show themselves, and then now get the thirst trap, got the people coming in there, and you are still advertising, but you want your man to stop selling, and then you're mad at him because he's still selling, because he still see you advertising. You didn't see the negatives, you didn't see the notifications. It's the same thing. The way you do one thing in life is the way you do everything. It's the way you do it in your personal life is the way you're going to do it in business. I'm sorry to tell you. I said, hey, yo, get this ebook, self-transformation ebook. Almost 90% of you found a way not to get the transformation ebook because all you see is the negatives. Oh, yeah, Coach Cruz saying, yo, I just spent $3,000 on this program. I just spent $5,000. It does not matter. This is for your transition to your life so that way you get what you want. But you're seeing the negatives. Some of you have it. Shout out to Sade. Some of you have it and don't even read it. It's the same thing. You're worse off now. Now you're negative $97. See, some of the people already made that conclusion. They said, I ain't going to read it anyway. So there's no point to get it. I'm not going to read it anyway. But let's just go back a minute. I thought we said that the past was meant to learn from. So we master the ending of procrastination, the ending of thinking that we know it all. How can we ever know it all if we're living with the results of what we know? I'm about to catch a stroke out here talking with that. God forbid it. God forbid that. God forbid that. Make sure I say that out loud. Listen, you are in a position to improve your life, but instead you keep jumping right in front of your face. Drop the self-transformation blueprint, Apolline, please. That's my guy right there. That's the resourcerer. He has all the resources that you need. He's going to drop this link right here, and I want to see who go and get it. Right here, right now. I'm going to see if they do it right here, right now, because we just spoke about it. We just said it. Hey, look, negatives versus notifications. Some of you are looking at the price, but you're not looking at the payoff. Some of you are looking at the price, but you're not looking at the cost. Think about it. If you're where you're at because of what you know, and the reason why you're not where you are because of things you don't know, then guess what? You should be knowing something. Hold on, I want to share that screen again. I want to share that screen. I want to keep that up because I want y'all to see that as many times as possible. The reality of it is I'm showing you in real time your habits right here, right now. When you move past this habit, you will be more successful in your life. When you move past this habit, you'll be more successful in your life. Hold up, y'all. Let me get to my notes. You'll be more successful in your life. When you move past these habits that's in your way, blocking your blessings, you'll be more successful in life. Seeing obstacles as opportunities. Let's be real. How many of y'all seen that opportunity as an obstacle? When I say, hey, go get the self-transformation blueprint on day one, how many of y'all was like, damn, I don't want to get it? Put a 1 in the chat. Just be real, be honest. Because if you don't have honesty, you're not going to be able to get to your next level. We already know Aaliyah been moving with speed from day one. She's moving like she's been in the program. Ashley too. I want to go where Ashley's at. She's on the beach. And in fact, I'll be there Friday. I'm with Ashley Friday. So let's go. Let's go. How many of you said to yourself, damn, I can't get this book. This is going to cost me a lot of money. Look, when you were at school and you paid for tuition, what happened? Did the tuition come with the books, or did you have to pay for the books? Put the answer in the chat. See, y'all heard about the 40-40-40 plan, right? Where you work 40 hours a week, you work 40 years of your life, you retire with 40% of your income. But did you ever hear about the 30-30? Right? The dirty 30. Have you ever hear about the 30? Where you spend $30,000 to go get knowledge at a school to be taught by a person that makes $30,000 a year. So that way you can leave that school to go on to get a job that pays you $30,000 a year. But when you're sitting up here with somebody who has helped generate over $2 million in sales, millions of dollars in other assets, has 6-figure, 5-figure days, and we tell you, hey, go get a $97 book that's going to transform your life, you go, you know what? I think I'm better off not getting it. Congratulations. You've been seeing a negative. And then you look at your life and you wonder why your life is like that. So I'm showing you in real time why your life is the way your life may be. And it's not for every person. Just like Otha said, yo, I ain't listening to the crew. He over there talking crazy. All right, this ain't for you then. Don't listen to the negative. Listen to the notification of it. Because I'm quite sure somewhere in your life you're doing this. Somewhere in your life you're looking at the negatives instead of the notifications. So as we continue to read this, it says, please don't be discouraged. Instead, become inspired to become the person that does have the money. Right? That does understand that it's just a notification that not having the money is not a negative at all. It's just a notification that is something I need to do better. I need to generate more money. So when Ramel or any one of your other mentors come up and give you plays on how to get money, you should be the first one jump into it. If $97 was stopping you from getting your dream mindset where nothing's going to stop you, where you're going to be empowered to do anything and everything that you could do, and you're going to transform your life because it's really about the mindset. When you're driving your car and you put the GPS and you put the address in that GPS is taking you to your direction quicker, faster than you would if you just drive without it. If I'm giving your GPS with your mindset, because your mindset is your GPS to your success, who here wants to just go through the road of success without the GPS? Put a 1 in the chat. If you do want to go through the road for success with the GPS, put a 2 in the chat. Everybody who puts a 2 in the chat should already have the self-transformation blueprint. Like last week, like yesterday, like Monday. So if you don't have it, you're putting a 2 in there, you should already go get it. Because what are you really doing? And I know some of y'all probably like, yeah, he sound good, but I ain't going to do it. Okay, don't do it. I'm not here to force you to do it. Don't do it. I'm just telling you, because my role and my job is to create a community full of love, connectivity, financial prosperity. The only way we're going to get to the financial prosperity part is if we have the mindset to understand what's in the way and what's blocking us from getting finances. If you go to a job, you get a salary. What is a salary? Let me know what the translation of a salary is. What is a salary? It's a what? They use it in sports mainly. Like they use it in sports. All the guys should know. What is a salary? Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody said limit already. Okay, cool. That's great. What is the salary? Drop the link, Apolline, for self-transformation blueprint, King. Thank you. So what is a salary? Salary is not a dream stopper. That could be a goal pusher. What is a salary? What is a salary? Come on, y'all got to answer these questions so that way you can know these things. What is a salary? A salary. Thank you. A cap. A salary is a cap. So the dream that they're selling you is what? Hold on, y'all about to put it together. Some of y'all about to quit your job soon. The dream that you're selling you is what? If a salary is what? Salary is a cap. The dream that they're selling you is what? In layman's terms, more modern terms. Put the answer in the chat because I know y'all know. Y'all say it all the time. I know y'all know. It's not that it's lies. What? Right, Aquan? What is it? Cap. You working a 9 to 5, thinking you're going to get rich slow is cap. Where's my cap at? Somebody throw the Bobby Schmurda cap. There we go. Give me my cap. Because it's cap. And you're living in a capped out world. And guess what? You're mad at the cap. Why are you mad at the cap? Because you're not the captain of your own ship. You're not capitalizing on what you need. So cap can mean different things. You got to look at the negatives versus notifications. If I'm capitalizing, hey, call me Captain King Cap, I don't care, I'm capitalizing. But when you're the king, Captain Crunch, and you over here crunching those numbers, but you capping thinking that you're going to live the life you live and living your life for 20% of your time, then guess what? You're upset, you're miserable. Why? Because you're looking at the negatives. If I go out and do the job on my own, then man, I'm not going to be able to make my money. Wrong. I left one of the most prestigious roles that I had doing graphics for Netflix and Roku because it was something that I dreamed about, something that I manifested. Literally told my brothers, I was on the phone with Ramel and Jimmy. I said, yo, I'm moving to Cali for a minute, but you know, honestly, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna just see if I can become a graphic designer at this time. I went there, got into sales, got promoted 4 times in the same week. At first I got, y'all know those like call centers, so those call center jobs. So I got one of those call center jobs. It was like, yo, bro, like honestly, we got you in the wrong spot because you over here selling people in this side. We need you on the closing side. But what we're gonna do is gonna let you do both roles for now and do a little closing. And then they say, you know what? We're gonna bring you in and let you do a closing, solely closing. Okay, cool. All right, you know what? I need you to be the master closer. When we got big deals, I need you to come in and close. It got to the point this is how it happened, y'all. They said they gave me my own office. I went into my office and everybody used to stand around. They used to stand, yo, put it on speaker, bro, put it on speaker. We want to hear it. Put it on. So not only am I the closer, I'm training other people at the same time. This is my first week on the job. I'm in California. I went there, honestly, really went there for a vacation, 30 days. I said, let me see how I like it. If I stay, yeah, definitely had commission. I used to have green writing because you have the separated. I don't know if some of y'all been in sales, but yeah, they pretty much got the sales board, whiteboard, and they got black writing for like the neutral. They got the red for anything, any dips, and they got the green for any positives. My whole side positive. My whole side positive. So all of these different things, I could have looked at as a negative, but the notification was I was doing something great. That sales role has employed me to become mindset mogul. I get paid to be who I am at this time. You got to get paid to be who you are. Everybody put into the chat, I'm getting paid to be who I am. The only way you're going to do that is if you start to see the negatives versus the notifications. Are you seeing your negatives as negatives, or you see the negatives as notifications? Because truth be told, it is what it is. So if you say it is that, then it is that. That's what it is means. If you say it is that, then it is that. So we're not here to work the 30-30 plan because we understand about the 40-40-40 plan, but why are we getting stuck into the 30-30 plan? When we can just get paid to be ourselves. How are we going to get paid to be ourselves? Seeing the negatives as notifications. Let me share the next one with y'all. If that's clear, if that negative versus notifications was clear, put it in the chat before I move on. Let me know. If that was clear, put clear in the chat. If you understand now that you must watch out for things that you see as negatives and see them as notifications because it's not a negative. If your girlfriend or your boyfriend is upset, don't look at her or him just being whiny or crying. There's a reason. There's a notification there. Maybe I should be a little more sensitive to them. Maybe I should be a little more compassionate to them. Maybe I should talk a little bit better to them. Maybe I should approach them in a different manner. Maybe I should not be with them. Y'all didn't hear that one. Y'all don't want to hear that one because that's the hardest one. Damn, just not be with them. Just give up on all the things that we said, all the things that we did, all the moments that we had. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the reality of it. I struggle with that sometimes too, y'all. Like, damn, you don't want to get rid of a person in your life. You keep giving them extra chances. But it's not a negative, it's a notification. And you keep giving them extra chances and you're going through the same situations. Is that something that you want to do? So real quick, I want to stop this and I want to go to everybody. Raise your virtual hand. Tell me how you can apply this to your life before I move forward, please. Before I move forward, let me stop sharing this screen. Before I move forward, please. How can you apply this negatives versus notifications to your life? Let's see. Samoa, can you help me out here?
Yes, I can. All right, Kyle, come on up.
Hey, good morning, family. I think the thing that stuck out to me, Coach, is just don't think negative about anything. Like it doesn't exist outside of what we make it. Like you're saying, like it is what it is. So there's no negative, because that negative energy is drawing us backwards instead of moving us forward. And the notification, like you said, is a forward thinking thing. So now the momentum is heading forward. And I think what you're saying about like, oh, I don't have the money to do this thing, or like I thought about it and I hesitated. That's all that is a positive if you take it as a positive, because it's a notification for I need to make this change or I need to do this. So that's what I got.
All right, stay right there. I want to add some value to that. So intrinsically, we know what works for us. Like we got this intuition thing, right? We understand what works, but we run away from things because we get nervous and start to see the negatives. Once again, just for like mentorship, if we know our primary goal is to become more effective in less time, when we get an opportunity to do mentorship, we shouldn't look at, oh, I don't have the money. We shouldn't look at, oh, damn, I don't know. Like we should look at it as an opportunity to get the life that we truly want in a faster way. Right? So for you, when you look at negatives versus notification, give me an example of how you're going to use that in your life. How do you reframe the things that's happening in your life to see the notifications instead of the negatives?
You asking me specifically?
Yeah, I want to hear from you.
Yeah. I mean, I think about, this is something that I try to apply, but I think it is the investing in myself, you know, because it's like, have there been times in the past where I just struck out there and okay, yeah, I'm gonna invest in myself, but I didn't take advantage of what I did. So I'm bringing that past into the present, you know, like you said, of like, I know who I am now. I know how serious I am now about it. So if I do jump on something, then I know I'm going to capitalize on it. So that to me is the biggest transformation of like, don't bring the past into the present. Make the decision based on who I am now, what I'm going to do with it right now, and see that experience as a notification to, you know, my focus is transforming my life in the shortest time possible. I mean, that's like literally why I'm here.
Absolutely. What's the focus again? I want you to say it. I want you to say it clearly. What's the focus again?
On the notifications.
No, just positive. What you just said. Your life right now. What's your focus right here, right now?
Oh, becoming as effective as possible in the least amount of time.
Right. Say it again.
I'm becoming more effective in less time.
Say it again. Like just keep saying it.
I'm becoming more effective in less time. More effective in less time.
Right. Right. You got to transform your life in the least amount of time possible. Like you have to move that way. Why? Because if you don't move that way, then things are going to move away from you, because that's how fast life is moving. Time is always going. Time is always going. We always be like, yeah, time is moving by too fast. Or are we just moving too slow?
Can I give you an example, Coach?
Yes.
So I know we got the visit from Jeremy Lucas about the trade lines. And I reached out to see if the you know, in the course it mentions like, okay, text this number for access to the ebook and whatnot. So I sent the message and I got back that it was like, okay, the MMA discount is that the mentorship was like 3,000, right? And that it's like immediately I see it pop up in my head. It's like, okay, I'm here. I did this. Like, am I going to capitalize on this if I decide to do it? And I was just thinking about like, okay, I have all the information to start a trade line business. Like you guys dropped everything, you know, last night and the last couple nights. But would it happen faster if I was tapped in directly with somebody that's like specifically doing that? You know what I mean? And that's the kind of the decision that I should make, not anything based on what it costs or anything like that. So.
If that's an aha moment for anybody, let me know in the chat. Why are you basing your result on your price? Disconnect the result from the price. It's not about the price that you pay, because we already told you the price is just what you pay. The cost is what you're really going to miss out on, or the cost is really going to be the thing that's impacting you, and the payoff is going to be the thing that either gives you that result. But the reality of the matter is you have to look at it as how fast and efficiently can I bring forth my desired life. That's it. That's all it is. How fast and efficiently can I bring forth my desired life? Drop that self-transformation blueprint in the chat, because I think they're kind of missing that. Everybody send some love to Kyla. Let's continue to go. Let's get one or two more, Queen.
Okay, let's bring up King Aquan.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe in any chance meetings situations, conversations, or anything that comes into my world at the end of the day. Um, I've learned not to be emotional in situations because emotions can distort your decision making. So what helps me is just really being quiet and listening, whether someone's talking or something's playing out in front of me, and striving to settle on the best part of whatever the situation is. Because if it's in my circle, then I did something to draw it there. So if I'm looking at a negative situation in it, then I could possibly do something different to cause a different result in my outcome in the situation. So I look to settle on the best part at the end of the day.
First of all, look, let me ask you a question on this one.
Yes, sir.
Wait, who's relating to this? Put Jan in the chat if he's not alone on this. So if you, one thing's for sure, this is one thing everybody can look at too. Every problem has the what? Every problem has what?
Solution.
Right. So do you really have problems, or you just need to like work out the solution?
Work out the solution.
Did that go over your head just now? Every problem already contains a solution. So do you really have a problem, or do you just need to work out the solution?
The problem is not being able to see the solution.
Every problem,
yes, sir,
has the solution.
I'm with you.
So do you have a problem, or do you just need to work out the solution?
I'm with you.
See, when we trap our minds, we go, the problem is, I don't know how to, I can't see the solution. You can't see the solution because you have to work out the solution. So when you are doing a math equation, everything is mathematical. If I had a bunch of these pins just lying around, and then I ask you a problem, solve this problem, how many pins does 2 Crew have on his desk? Do you already see the solution, or do you have to work out the solution? And let me get the answers in the chat. What do you think, Aquan?
If you're looking at it, you see it.
So can you off rip just know how many pins was on the table, or do you have to actually work out the solution?
You would have to work it out because you have to count.
So do you have a problem, or do you just need to work out the solution?
That's to me.
Yeah, that's for everybody, but yes, for you.
You got to work it out.
Right. So what problems are we facing right now? Put the answers in the chat. Put the answers in the chat. Everybody send some love to Aquan. Thank you for that, King, because I think you gave some breakthrough.
Yes, sir. Yes,
be honest. Be honest right now. And this goes for all of you. Before I said that, there were certain things in your life that you've seen that was a problem. And even after I say that, y'all might still come up in and say the answer, but you're still going to go in your life and you're still going to have these things that you think are problems. But tell me those things right now. Tell me the problems. So Aquan put self-doubt. So it's not about that Aquan has a self-doubt problem. He just needs to work out the solution, which means he needs to give himself opportunities, which these obstacles might show up as, but he needs to give himself the opportunities to see that he doesn't need to doubt himself. So what I just did, I just get him on camera just now, so that way any type of public fear that he may have, he's going to start to slowly get that out of his world. Slowly move that doubt out. I can't really speak in front of people. Nope, that's going to be out. Why? Because he already has history of speaking to 70, 80, 60 people on Zoom calls. So he literally could walk around saying this now. I speak to 80 people. I speak to 80 people. I speak to 60 people in a day. He really could say that. He has the experience, and it might be other people on this call right now to be like, I can't raise my hand and speak in front of that many people. If it was 5 people, I could speak to 5 people. But dang, Aquan, how did you get up there and speak to 80 people like that? Now, Aquan has a business. He literally has a business right there. Aquan, I'm going to charge you. I'm not Aquan. I'm going to charge this person. I'm being Aquan. Aquan, since my name is Aquan now, I'm going to charge this person X amount of dollars. That I'm going to teach them how to come up here and speak like this. And it doesn't mean he got to charge them $1 million. It's just, what he's doing is learning business. You have an asset. You have something that you can provide. You have some type of value. You're going to offer it. The first thing that everybody has, that everybody uses, is called work ethic. This is why you have a job. Are y'all following? The one thing that you already have right now is called work ethic. I gotta start using this whiteboard so that way we can start writing this stuff down. And you use that and you get paid for your work ethic. You get paid for your time. Right? And you can use that same thing, those same experiences that you have in your life, because every solution that you have is somebody else's problem still. Making sense? Put big sense in the chat. All right, let's get one more person, Queen. Then we got to jump into some work. I just want to check and see who did the work. Then we're going to do some commitments and closings. And I'll share that disconnecting from distraction thing one more time. And we're done. All right, cool. So who we got?
King Brandon, come on up, King.
Yeah, good morning. So what I got from the notification and negativity is that overall, the notification just help you identify what negativity is coming out of you or what positivity. So what I recognize when you're saying like with any notification, it's really up to you to acknowledge it. So that's how I look at it. So if I have something on my phone or whatever I'm going through, I have a choice how to acknowledge this notification, whether it's right, wrong, good, or bad, or if I can make it an issue or a problem. So for me, I went through a notification situation recently with my wife. I got my first loan for $15,000, and she was like, "Hey, look, you need to call them back and increase that." And my notification went off, and I felt like, you know what, man, I ain't gonna make it because I'm pushing too much. I feel like my value right now it can't contribute anything. So with me identifying with this notification, I had a choice to make. I can follow the instructions because at this time, within 3 days, I used to work on the road, get my CDLs, making 80,000. She got me 80,000 within 3 days. Now she asked me to push it up to try to get an additional, consume that loan and get another 50,000. I said, I don't know if I can do this. That notification right there for me helped me to like, okay, cool. What are we going to do? We going to stay the same, work a whole year for 80,000, what she just did in 3 days? Or you going to push forward, get this extra 50,000 and she asking you to do right now? I had to make that decision, that notification. You know what? I choose the greater. You know what? I don't got this far. I don't come this, this in agreement with her. So why am I going to sit here? So I took that notification from a negative to let me know, you know what? There's so much more I need to work out of me, but I end up calling them, got the 50,000 and whatnot. But it let me know with that notification, I have so much work I need to work through. That notification, depending on if you want to look at a negative, like how you said, you can. But if you look at the negative as, you know what, I got more growth, but now I'm turning into a seed and waiting on my harvest. That's how I look at it. Notification and negativity.
And I love that. Everybody give some love in the chat if you haven't already. I see, look in the chat, King, because they people rocking with you, bro, just so you understand that you're powerful with what you're saying. I want to make this very clear. It's not just the fact that you could look at negative and see it as a negative. The negatives are notifications, and the notifications are areas of improvement. Is that clear? Are we clear on that? See, the negatives are notifications, but you don't have to see them as negative. When you see them as negative, your language is telling you to do negative things or feel negative. When you see them as notifications, your language is telling yourself to see them as something that you need to worry about, you need to focus on. So these negatives are the notifications, and these notifications are the areas you need to improve in. So the negative for him was, okay, in fact, put the negative in the chat because I want to see if y'all paying attention. So the negative for him was like increasing this empowerment within himself, right? Can I actually do this? Can I actually go out and get more money? Like his negative was, I can't. I'm doing too much. I can't. But the notification was, you ain't doing enough. That was the notification. So it wasn't that the negative was like, I'm reaching for too much. No, his notification was actually saying the area you need to improve in is stop limiting yourself when you can go out there and get more of what you're looking to acquire. And he said it himself. He said, damn, I could spend a whole year getting what she got in 3 days. How does that make you feel? Be honest. Be honest, y'all. When I come up here and I say stuff like, yo, I make $50,000 in a day, how does that make you feel? Be honest. So King, for you, how did that make you feel? Knowing she got 80,000 in 3 days, but you over there slaving for a whole entire 52 weeks with asking people for vacation time and getting denied and drowning in debt. Tell me how you felt, King.
Humbled and at the same time embarrassed, ashamed, because I was like, I've been working so hard. I went to school, got my CDLs, getting on the road, missing Christmas. I got caught up in a storm, almost lost my life. And I recognized coming home stressed out. Now I'm on, I went on leave for a whole 6 months, sit down, listen to instructions, And I thought she was just a joke. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at her, I was like, man, you joking with it. You can't make that. And when I sat down, really took it serious, and I saw what she made, I felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna push that to the side. So it was a humbling moment for me. I had to get out of my pride and my ego. Yeah, so it was a humbling moment for real. Like it's humbling.
I love it. I love the transparency. So I'm just using your story, but you felt embarrassed. So you mean to tell me you felt all of those things, right? And you're gonna let a $97 book that's gonna unleash that power so that way you can get it in 3 days, and you're gonna let a $97 price tag tell you can't get it? Like, think about it from the actual negatives versus notification, y'all. The negative is $97 to purchase a book when I can spend $97 on getting Henny and some other stuff because I know that's what I'm gonna do in a week, right? But instead, I go, damn, what if I take that $97 and I invest into myself so I can make $97,000? What if I can do it that way? But instead, we're looking at what he just said. You got to go in a snowstorm, got to go through this, got to go through that, come home tired, feel overworked, underpaid, got to get all of this nonsense. You got to get up when you don't want to get up, got to ask for time out or time off, and you can't get it, get denied, you feel bad, get discouraged. And you could literally, first of all, you're working and doing all of that to make a salary that's capped in a whole entire year, and you got $80,000 in that year, but you can get $80,000 in 3 days. Which life do you want to have? That's your choice. Send everybody send some love to Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you, King. So which life do you want to have? So Apolline, drop that self-transformation ebook. If I do not see you on the other side of that ebook, then I know which life you want. And I won't be talking to you anymore about this. I'll just keep moving on forward. But I'm letting you know right now. Which life do you want? Because you have a choice to decide to cut off anything that's not in alignment with your assignment and move forward. Apolline, throw the slides on the screen. We're about to go to accountability and assignments real fast. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just going through this to see who did the work. So during this segment, we go to accountability and assignments, right? We want to make sure we're holding you accountable to do the things that you need to do in order to get what you want. So we went through all of that mindset. We went through all of that to show you something, to show you that you are in your own way. Because even after that, even after all of that, some of you writing in the chat, because we know how it is. It'd be the loud ones, it'd be the ones that's mainly participating, and they don't really be doing anything. So let's go to the More tab. We're going to go to groups and rooms. Remember, the first 30 minutes of your day, the way that you're going to win the day in the first 30 minutes of waking up is to write down your goals, write down what you're committed to, write down all of these things, your non-negotiables, that's going to allow you to say, okay, I'm going to set the intention for my day so that way I can get these things done and become amazing. So let's see. Let's scroll down. Let's go to something. Let's see what they've done today. We're going down fast, my boy. Where are we going today? Where are you going? Choose one. All right, we're going with non-negotiables. All right, cool. But that says yesterday on it. Okay. Okay, hold on real quick. All right. Yeah, as I mentioned, that has to be changed. Those dates have to be changed. I'll speak about that later. All right, cool. So it's the 29th today. Let's see who put anything in today. Somebody put something in 15 minutes ago, which was Darlene. Let's go look at Darlene's non-negotiables for today. Can I have Apolline? Can you read Darlene's non-negotiables?
All right. So today we're on 11/29. So, like we always say, make sure that you read the whole description of what the task is so that you get the most out of doing the task. So it says, which things must stop today? Which things must happen today in order to empower you to win the day? List your top 3. So you don't just put one, you put 3 non-negotiables of the day. So Darlene said, I must stop allowing fear of failure to stop me from following through on what I've learned to start the funnel for my ebook. She also said, I must develop a clear plan of action that makes sense for my life, and I must allocate regular, dedicated time to study more and apply what I've learned.
Okay, this is good, but is it completing the directions? Is it actually answering or doing what the directions instructed them to do?
No.
Why not?
The last part of that, besides listing your 3 non-negotiables, is to write down 3 or more sentences for each non-negotiable.
Okay. So does anybody know why I'm instructing you to write 3 sentences instead of 1? Let me know in the chat. Does anybody know? Let me ask y'all a question. Do you ever get stumped somewhere where you get stopped and it's like the first thing you think of, right? Let's say we go something like this. It's the easiest thing to do. Okay, my credit is shot, but I can't get funded now. We might ask you, okay, how else could you get funded? Tell me the answer in the chat. Just want to show everybody in real time. What is typically the person's answer? Like, what is typically the person's answer when they say my credit is shot? We say, okay, go get funding, but the answer is my credit is shot, whatever, right? What? Let me know if you have a person, or if you've seen this happen before, their credit is shot already, they know that in the month, but the instructor goes, okay, I want you to run this play so that way you can go get X amount of funding. My credit is shot or whatever. I raise my hand, I say, yo, my credit is shot, right? What's the first thing that person says? I gave y'all the answer already. I gave everybody the answer, so I'm just right. I can't. That's the first thing they say is I can't. Instead of they didn't say you have to go out there and be the one that puts your credit. They just said run the play. So when they say run the play, okay, the first option that I looked at was which I could do it. I realized that I can't do it. What's the second option? Put the answer in the chat. What's the second option? Partner, right? Partner. So most people are not looking at that, right? Most people are not looking at who else can, right? Most people are not. They're just stopping, right? They're stopping right there. This is why I have you write in 3 sentences or more, because I need to train your mind. I need you to train your mind to think deeper with the details, because a lot of us stop at the first thought of a solution. How many of you suffer from that? Put a 1 in the chat. Don't pretend. Just be honest. Because the more that you're honest, the easier it is for you to transform your life. You get an idea to do something, you have a solution for it, and you be like, oh, that's the only solution I got. I know over 70% of you do it. I know it for a fact. I know it because I see it and I hear it on a daily basis. I know it. You need to know it now. You have to think deeper with the details. Everybody go deeper in the details in the chat, please. This is why we have you write in 3 or more sentences. Let's go down to the next person.
All right, so we got Mia. So I already like how Mia wrote it out. Her focus is building partnerships, and she broke it down into 3 different sections: community, credit repair, ebooks. It already looked like she wrote 3 or more sentences. The only thing I would say is make sure that you're dating your posts so that you could go back and document your process to make sure that you're actually fulfilling on everything that you said you would do. So Mia said, building partnerships. First category is through community. I will attend a down payment assistant workshop for home buyers and build a partnership with the mortgage lender that is sponsoring the meeting. This alliance will not only help me identify people who may need credit repair, but will also help me build a robust clientele for my real estate agent services. This strategy will allow for a consistent pipeline of new clients.
Stop right there. Now, this is where I'm going to show you. This is not to downplay Darlene. Darlene did the work, and some of you didn't do the work. So let's just understand it's to help everybody build, to understand why we're having this here. So what happens is this. Darlene goes, her first sentence, I must stop allowing fear of failure to stop me from following through on what I've learned, right? So when the situation arises for this thing to stop, Darlene is going to say something, and it might not go according to plan, right? So the fear of failure, he's just saying that. There's no real plan behind that thing. So when the thing shows up, you don't have an answer for it. So now you're going to get a deeper picture with what Mia is saying. So now let's take what Darlene did and let's apply it to what Mia's done, right? So let's say it was Darlene who wanted to build partnerships. But what she said was, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build partnerships today. What happens is when the opportunity arises for her to build a partnership, being that she didn't have a full intention behind the plan, she misses a lot of opportunities from people who might just be showing up, right? You might just get a mailman. That mailman might be able to be your next partner. Who knows? I'm just showing you an example in real time how things pop up since you don't put a full backbone to it. It just goes wherever it flows. So you might not even see it as an opportunity. But let's just say you were at an event. Cool. Darlene is at this event and Mia is at this event. Darlene is at the event. Darlene says, my role is to network. Okay, cool. So what happens is Darlene is going to go and she's going to network with as many people as possible and get contacts. How many people have done that? Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. How many of you go to a networking event and you get a lot of contacts? Okay, now how many of you actually stay connected to those contacts? Put a 0 in the chat if you don't. Put a 2 in the chat if you do. So we got some 2s in there. Put a 0 in the chat if you do. Put a 0 in the chat if you don't. Put a 2 in the chat if you do. Right? So we got some 2s and we got some 0s. So when you come in with a full intention, let's say Mia, right? So what I'm going to do when I meet these people, I'm actually looking for these particular individuals, right? Home buyers, homeowners, people who are willing to sell, buy, brokers, right? I'm looking to really have a backbone behind what I'm saying so that way I stand on something. So that way when you're actually talking to people, you have a clear intention about what it is that you want to do. You know what you want to reach. You have a goals. You have trackables. You have something called a key performance indicator. If you do not have a KPI on what it is that you set out to accomplish, chances are you're not going to accomplish it. So Darlene did a great job because she laid it out. So she's going to actually make improvements. She's going to be better than a person that just goes into the meeting or goes into a networking event with nothing. But who's going to be more prepared? Let's just be honest. With the intention, who's going to be more prepared? Put the answer in the chat. Person A or person B? Mia's going to be person B. Darlene's going to be person A. Who's going to be more prepared to take action within that meeting, within that networking event? Why? Put the answer why. Why? Let me know why. Right. You must have measurable goals, right? You must have these smart plans, these smart goals. So you have to be specific about what is going to happen within this segment. All right, cool. I'm going to the grocery store. Am I going to be more efficient if I have a grocery list, or am I going to be more efficient if I just walk into the grocery store? Let me know in the chat, because maybe that's a simpler example for anybody to get. If I walk into a grocery store and I have a grocery list, or I have just walk into the store, just picking up items, which one am I going to be more effective with? I'm going to spend more time where? Where I'm going to spend more time at? Which side? Which side am I going to spend more time with? The list, or am I going to spend more time free flowing it? Which one am I going to spend more time? Like if I go into the grocery store, which one am I going to spend more time? Like if I have the list, am I going to spend more time looking for groceries if I have a list? Or if I'm going to spend more time looking for groceries if I don't have the list and I'm free flowing? Which one? Some people say you're going to have more time, you're going to spend more time with the list. You're going to spend more time with the free flowing because you're looking around, you're guessing, you're wondering. But if you have the list, what happens with the list? You become what? More effective in less time. So when you have a list, you become more effective in less time. What happens is you already know what you're intending for, which means that you can acquire it faster. And Mark is right. You're damn sure going to waste a lot more money too. Hey, I need this. Oh, I need that. Didn't stick to the list. And what else is going to happen? What else typically happens? So you spend more money, and what else happens? You spend more money. Yes, you forget something. So then what happens now? Either you go home and you mess it up, or you're like, damn, I forgot this. And when you get all the way home, or you come to your senses while you get into the car and you put in your bags, and now you have to go back and do what? What happens when you go back and do? You spend more money in what? More money in time. Is that the life that you want? Because that's the life that you are living when we say, okay, go get the transformation blueprint. You go, I don't really need it. I'm gonna go get all the stuff, other stuff I don't need. I'm gonna go get all this other stuff, shades of gray, 50 shades of gray. I'm gonna go watch Instagram and do all this other stuff instead of getting what you need to put your life, the life you desire, faster towards you. Instead of getting into the mentorship, you go do some other stuff. Oh, I've got on a boot camp and I got all the pieces and I'm gonna go run it, and you run into all of these headaches, and then you end up coming back anyway, needing a mentorship. Or you just go, you know what, I forget this program, and now you just spent all of that money on a program and you waste all your time. How many has that happened to? Let me know, put a 1 in the chat. If you went and did something just like that, where you said, look, you know what, I don't need to do this right now, I'm gonna go do something else. You either went back, spent more time on something, you went back, spent more money on something, or you just spent money on something and then gave up on it altogether. Which means you still wasted your time and you wasted your money. So you still got the same result of wasting your time, wasting your money. Right? Versus just already understanding, okay, I'm gonna get into mentorship, I'm gonna pay the money, I'm gonna get the plan, get the roadmap, and I'm gonna execute the plan and roadmap. Saving yourself significant time, money, and energy, right? All of these different things, right? So understand that this is possible for you by preparation. So what we're doing with these tasks is preparing you to be a person that could execute more effectively in less time. And it's going to happen through your preparation. If that's clear, put clear in the chat, because I know sometimes I'm going too fast because I know I'm on a time limit here. All right. So let's just check. One more person. Oh, wait, hold up. She got something about ebooks in here. What's the building partnerships with the ebook thing? So, okay, so she's moving from yesterday's, right? She's going to reach out to Kiana to get that ebook started. Just so y'all know, if your ebook is good enough and is making a great impact, if it could make a great impact, you can partner up with Love Plus, and they'll be able to get your book inside the store and be able to sell your book on the loveplus.com. All right, just so y'all know that. All right, cool. So we can stop sharing this screen. I want to go to the PDF real fast. Go to the PDF real fast. And we're going to go to the 5 daily goals, 5 daily tasks, right? Just so y'all clear on which one, because we didn't go over all the tasks. This is what you need to be working on every day throughout this entirety of the program. We want you to focus on these daily tasks, even when we don't have a call. They're daily tasks, right? Or assignments. Now, this is crucial for your success. We're talking about goal tracking. You must put your goals in the first 30 minutes when you wake up. This is how you win the day. You're more powerful to think. You're in the alpha brainwave state where you can think. This is called the flow state. One of the keys of that is getting to bed on time, because I know some of y'all wake up tired. I'm tired just because I had a heck of a week, but I still feel good enough to be able to perform. I still was able to get up and work my mind and segment intent to get what I want. So I'm still moving with an alignment, right? It's just my face look tired. That's just it. My body doesn't really feel tired. So go down, scroll down a little bit. Field research, right? That's another thing that's important. You have to become the expert in your field. You have to become the expert in your field. You have to become the expert in your field. Why? Because learning is for what? What is learning for? What is learning for? Put the answer in the chat. Everybody should be putting hands in the chat. We falling off? What's going on? What's going on here? Tracy, learning is for mastery. Mastery. Tracy, put the answer in the chat again. What is learning for? Everybody should have the same exact answer. It's not a trick question. What is learning for? Great, great. Mastery, mastery, mastery. Yes. Learning is for mastery. So when you're sitting and you're learning, because while you're learning, it's becoming the past while you're learning. So you have to master this stuff, because if you don't master it and you just move on, you're going to forget it. Just is what it is. You're going to forget it. So you have to do these things daily, so that way it becomes a discipline. When it becomes a discipline, you start making commitments easy. You're easily able to attract the life you want. Scroll down a little bit. We go to gratitude journals. The reason why the gratitude journal is very important, because you have to have gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude that transforms your altitude. When we talk about altitude, whether you ascend, whether you go higher, right? Whoever has your attention has your ascension. So when we talk about having that gratitude attitude, what are you grateful for? You're grateful for the programs, you're grateful for the people, you're grateful for your community, you're grateful for the things that you've done. What are you grateful for? Your self-care, what are you grateful for? Have gratitude in everything that you do, because your gratitude will transcend your life. Your gratitude changes your altitude. What about the non-negotiables? You have to break the cycles. Certain things that you allow in your life, you can't allow anymore, non-negotiable, right? What is the non-negotiable? All right, cool. So now that we know the 5 daily tasks, I want everybody to write them down in the chat. What's the 5 daily tasks that you must do? What are the 5 things that you must do? Write them in the chat. Write them in the chat. While you're writing those in the chat, we're going to bring up the commitments and closings because we're getting ready to close out. I'm still going to share that at the end. I'm still going to share the disconnect from distractions. I'm still going to share that with you. So now at this time, we're going to bring Jasmine. Jasmine is going to come through the commitments. And then we're going to get ready to close out. But put the answers in the chat. Aaliyah got it. Aaliyah got it. Put the answers in the chat. Y'all could be more effective in less time, and you could just copy and paste that, or you can write it out, because if you write it out, you're manifesting it into your brain. All right. What's up, Jazz? What we got?
Hey, King. What's going on, family? How we feeling? How we feeling? Welcome to Win the Day Wednesday. Y'all already know we got to remove that W to be all in to win the day. What's going on? Drop the battery symbol in the chizzy if y'all feeling great. Let's go. Let's talk about these commitments, right? So we already know how we got to start. I see the battery symbols coming through, especially I'm gonna hold out. So I see all them symbols coming through because we got to be the most participation, right? Let's get it. Okay, there we go. I see. All right. All right, so let's go, right? We starting each day continuously with our positive affirmations. Of course, we're going to continue to journal about what we're grateful for each day. So that actually ties into our homework and how we express our gratitude, because gratitude is always our attitude, right? That's how we continue to show up. Practicing our meditation and deep breathing for at least 10 minutes a day. That can go hand in hand with your workout and what you're putting in for your homework, and how it brings us present to everything that we're doing in our lives. Our field research is crucial. We talk about learning and how it equates to mastery. When you're the master, you're the expert. And that's why people come to you, because of your value. You are valuable. Matter of fact, if you know you are valuable, I want you to throw in the chat, I am valuable, because you are. And that's why you keep showing up. That's why you keep committing to the work. That's why you keep focusing on the commitment section. So I want you to throw I am valuable in the chat. If you truly believe it, don't just say it, right? Because I could tell you, Coach Crew could tell you, Ramel could tell you, but unless you really believe it, then you won't move like that every day. You won't move like that when you speak to people. You won't move like that when you get another booking, when you get another client. So you have to feel it. And when you feel it, you make it real. So I want you to make that research real. Make that learning real. Become the master. Become the expert, right? Turn up for your goals. Turn up one time every single day for your goals, and continue to track them. Continue to update and refine them. Monitor it. What does it look like, right? And of course, as we continue to speak about our needed resources, y'all know the self-transformation blueprint. Listen, if y'all don't have it before y'all get off this call, then the intention was never there, respectfully, right? Because what we don't want to do is play games. We don't play games, right? In order for us to really commit, become that master, right? We have to learn how to continue to commit, not just commit today, not just commit last week. Why? Because the success, we talked about this in the work group session, yesterday, right? The success you want has already been worked on. So if you wanted success today, you had to start yesterday. If you wanted success this week, you had to start last week. If you wanted success this month, you had to start last month, right? So in order for us to be successful tomorrow, successful next week, successful next month, you have to start today. We don't play games with ourselves. We commit to exactly what it is that we need to get done. So of course, we have our other needed resources with Speak with Confidence as a business owner, as a person, as a great communicator, as someone who loves connectivity, right? We want to be able to speak with confidence and courage. Tap into our time management, right? That time blocking. As entrepreneurs, as leaders in our community. If you're a leader, I need you to drop leadership in the chat, because leadership is crucial. Leadership shows up in your family. It shows up in your business. It shows up in your conversation. It shows up in what you put on for the day. Respectfully, what clothes are you putting on for the day? Are you putting on your leadership clothes? Are you putting on your valuable clothes? Are you putting on the clothes that are going to get you the success that you need? Not just physical, but mental, emotionally. What clothes are you putting on today? But first, I need y'all to put on that workout gear. Make sure y'all are taking care of your health, because that is ultimately your wealth. We do have the workout guide as well as our time on Saturdays. Y'all know we have class every single day to make sure that we provide the opportunity and environment that you need to be successful. So we're going to close it up now. Who closing it up? What we doing? Because we committed. We committed. We committed for the day. If you committed for the day, I want you to drop in the chat. I'm committed for the day. That's how you're going to be successful for tomorrow. That's how you're going to be successful for next week. And that's how you're going to be successful next month and continue. Let's go. Let's close it up, because we got work to do. We can't be making commitments with no work behind it. What's really the energy? What's really the intention? Let's go.
Right. Everybody send some love in the chat for Jasmine. So let me share the screen and leave y'all with these. Right. So when you're looking at this, right, these are my notes. I want everybody to have a notepad, and you write down your breakthroughs. You write down the things that come into your mind, any type of discoveries, right? So which things are you intentional about? Which activities will move you closer to your goals? And I want you to think about that, because most people are more intentional about distractions. Let me know in the chat if this is you. If this starts to sound like you, put a 1 in the chat. Don't feel bad, because you need to be honest about where you're at so you can execute for where you want to go. Most people are more intentional about the distractions, like watching their favorite shows, watching their favorite movies, their favorite teams, right? Gossip, even critiquing celebrities. Right now, we got this whole thing about P. Diddy. How many of y'all commented on that, right? How many of y'all participated in that whole thing, right? Whatever has your attention, has your focus, has your valuable energy, right? Your energy is flowing to whatever you focus on. See, if you focus on your distractions, you get what we call subtractions. Wait a minute, what? What is he saying right now? If you focus on distractions, you get subtractions. The money that you could have made was spent on watching your favorite game or show. Wait, what is he saying to me? I don't get it. I don't get what Coach Crew was talking about. 2 Crew, you wilding right now. Let me say it again. Whatever has your attention has your focus, your valuable energy, right? Your focus, valuable energy, because that's what's valuable. Your focus, your attention, but your valuable energy flows to whatever you're focusing on. So if you're focused on distractions, you get subtractions. So a lot of you had an opportunity to go and complete the business funding course by Sunday of the past Sunday that just passed. Did you do that, or were you focused on distractions? Were you spending major time on minor things, right? And now think about it. Now, what got subtracted from you was your ability to be at a higher state during this week. See, instead of being in flow, instead of being one of the people who goes, yo, I ran the plays, I did that, I got this, I got these wins. Now you're the person that feels like you didn't get it done. Now you're the person that feels like you're behind. Why? Because you allow distractions to become your subtractions. That's why. Do not allow distractions to become subtractions, because regardless of how you feel, if you're being distracted, you will get subtracted. The money that you could have made, the money that you could have created, the money that you could have collected was spent on watching your favorite game or show. See, let me put it in perspective. How much did your TV cost you? How many of y'all got smart TVs? How much did your TV cost you? Put the answer in the chat. Trick question, by the way. Trick question alert. Where the alert on? Somebody said 350. Somebody said 1200. What else? Trick question alert. I'm telling y'all right now. Trick question alert. You forgot, but 300. You already know it's around 300, 450. You already know it's around 900, depending on which one you got. Everybody who said 300, you probably what? Got the 55-inch? Y'all got the 55-inch? The one who got the 350, 300, y'all got the 55-inch? How much did it cost you, though? Because that's the price you pay. How much did it cost you? Because I know y'all know, but knowing means nothing, right? So, but I want to just show you in real time that you may think that it's something else, but it's you. You have to solve you. You are what we call distracted. You are what we call procrastinating. You are what we call putting things off. You are what we call avoiding, right? So I want you to start to think. When you're watching TV, you're actually spending money. When you go, you're spending money regardless. Like when you go to the movies, right? You spend money, right? But which one costs you more, the movies or your TV at home? There's trick questions here. Which one costs you more, the TV at home or the movies? Right? Some of y'all think it's the movies. It's not the movies when you go to the movies. It's the TV at home. Why? Because you do what? You do what? When you go pay for the movie, you're more specific with your time, right? Like you're more specific. You got an hour and a half to watch this movie. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. When you start seeing them credits, that's what that means. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. When you see the credits roll on your TV, what happens? What do you do when you see your credit roll on your TV? Put the answer in the chat. Be real, y'all. When you see the credits roll on TV, what you do? Play the next one, right? Let's be real. You play the next one, you go right to the next one. In fact, Lifetime, if some of y'all watch Lifetime, they got so clever with this that they don't even let the credits roll. They let the one show in and immediately put the next show on. Gotcha. Gotcha. Right? Gotcha. Right there. You ain't about to go nowhere. You be wondering why you spent 4 or 5 hours on the same station. They done gotcha. They put all of this, they put all the pauses in between the shows, so you spend more time watching advertisement. Because the truth is, let me tell y'all the truth. Let me tell you the truth about the TVs and stuff, y'all. In fact, it's better to go to the movies. Why? Because you're gonna get, like I said, you're gonna be more effective with your time with the movies, right? And we talk about plays and all that Broadway stuff, if y'all from New York or Boston or whatever, or Hollywood. But at home, right? When you're at home, do you know the true intention of the TV? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Because some of y'all think it's to watch shows. The true intention is to watch what? It's all going to make sense to you in a second. It's all going to make sense to you. Okay, the program you, yeah, whatever. Yeah, that happens. Yes. TV program, that's nothing that they're hiding. They tell you that straight up. TV program, they tell you that. Which program, they tell you that. Well, what's the true focus? See, I see some of y'all don't know it. Aha! Marlon knows. Louis knows. It is the advertisements. It's the commercial. You're really watching the commercials, y'all. But would you just, let me ask you a question. Would you just naturally watch commercials? If we just had a whole station, we just play commercials, would you naturally watch it? Yes or no? So what do you think they must put there in order for you to watch the commercials? This is about to blow some of y'all minds. What do you think they must put there? Now, it's just not just entertainment, but what must they put there? Like, if the true purpose of the TV is for you to watch advertisements, that's the true purpose. But the only way you're going to watch advertisements is what? If they make a show for you to watch. Because people love to watch shows. So they have to give you a show for you to watch. They're telling you in real time, it's a show. It's not that this is a real thing or anything. This is just a show. Why are they showing you this? Because they know if they show you this, you have an opportunity to watch what they truly want you to watch, which is what? I don't see anybody putting M's in the chat, so this might not be, I might need to shut this off because this I might be losing y'all at this point. The whole purpose is for you to watch a commercial to make a purchase. That's the entire purpose. So they give you a show because that's the only way that you're going to stick around to watch the commercial. That's the only way. That's why when you flip from one channel to the next, you're like, damn, the other one got commercials on too. Yeah, you didn't think about that though, right? You just thought it was bad timing with the commercial. The truth is, it's all full of commercials. So no matter where you be turning, you're going to see commercials. But they have to put a show in place so that way you can stay there. So that way you can watch. And then right while things are getting good, what do? When things are getting good and they pique your attention, what do, y'all? Tell me right now in the chat. Commercial. Who would have thought about it? Right? Why everything is getting good. Why? Because they have your attention now. They built it all up to get your attention, and then now, right to the commercial, because that's what you're supposed to be watching anyway. Oh, wait, hold up. Let me get y'all real quick. Because most of y'all spent Thanksgiving. Where in the world did you learn about Thanksgiving? Don't say school and don't say the history books. Tell the truth about where you learned about it. Just like when you learned about Santa Claus. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Where did you learn about these things? Advertisements. And you learned it on advertisements. So now let's bring it back to the reality so you can understand where you're at. Because I know some of y'all think about these things, but you don't really realize it. It's not commercializing of holidays. That's not what it is. They play commercials so you can play into their holidays. The holiday is really for what? The holiday is really for what? Put the answer in the chat. I know some of you are like, what does this have to do with anything? It has to do with everything. Because whether you want to play the game or not, you're being played. Whether you want to play the game or not, you are being played. You might as well start playing the game. This is why I'm breaking it down this way, because whether you believe it or not, you are being played. There aren't any things about holidays. These are TV programming. This is commercial, so that way you can buy products. I'm not joking. I'm not making this stuff up. So on holidays, do you buy products? Wait a minute. Wait. What is he saying? On holidays, do you buy products? They got you. They got you already. You think that you think that it's about family. You think they give. Let me tell you what's so important. It's so important to them that you purchase things that they give you the days off to do the damn thing. It's so important that you purchase from them that they give you days off of work to do it. So whether you believe it or not, you are in the game and you need to start playing the game. That's why I'm saying this. Because now when you're distracted, you're in the game and you're the one being played. And then you wonder why you don't feel well. You wonder why your life sucks. Not you personally. This ain't going to you personally. I'm going to that person who life sucks. I'm not saying everybody here. Because my people who are my community, we're the best of the best here. But sometimes the best of the best get distracted with these things too. So I'm bringing them up so you have awareness of it. Okay? Thanksgiving, tell me, let me show you something. Immediately after Thanksgiving, what is in the stores? Immediately after Thanksgiving, what shows up in the stores, y'all? Everybody knows. Every single person knows. I'm not making this up. Every single person knows what's about to happen. Every single person. So how do we know? If I'm saying this and we all understand that this is happening, because I don't even need to look at the chat to know that everybody's about to say Christmas, then what do you think is actually happening? You're in what we call a program. You're inside of a running simulation. You're inside of a sales funnel. You're in a sales funnel. You're literally in a sales funnel and you don't even know it. You're literally in it. And you believe they got everybody in your family to believe they got the mom and the dad to sell you on these things. They got the kids to sell the moms and the dad on these things. So you're selling each other every single day, but then you sit up here and tell me you don't want to be sold. You sit up here and you act like you're shy to speak. You sit up here and act like talking to people is a burden. But you're doing it every day. You're selling yourself on why to go to work. You're selling yourself on why it's okay that you can't get PTO. You're selling yourself every day. But you don't want to speak and sell so that way you can make a profit for yourself. So that way you can make and live the life that you want, but you rather just keep selling yourself short. Thank you, Aquan. You rather just keep doing that. When we bring you opportunities to invest into your own ebooks, you go, damn, that's too much. When Kiana gives you a whole discount to get it off from $300 down to $97, that you can get one ebook and make thousands of dollars off of doing one thing one time, but you rather go and spend your hours at the job doing multiple works. I don't know what they got you doing, but they got you doing all sorts of things that's not even your job description, just for you to still go ahead and get the same amount of money you was gonna get anyway. And y'all mad at me for talking about mindset, and you're telling me you don't need mindset, and you're disregarding the products that we offer to you. And when we noticed that this is what they were doing to us, that I said, let's go ahead and make a change for us. And when we go out and we say it's only $97, but then you go and say, no, you don't need it, but then you go and spend all of your valuable time at work. And you look at your paycheck. Look, I'm telling y'all like this. I worked at Jamba Juice for 3 days, y'all. 3 days. Somebody tell me what my paycheck was. Put the answer in the chat. Some of y'all know my story. I worked at Jamba Juice for 3 days. Yes, I was doing a 40-40, and I was damn sure about not to retire with them. Kevia, yes, you're pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. So let's just start being honest now. Let's start being honest now. Whatever you make an hour, let's just say I did this to you. Let's just say I said, Aquan, come over here. I want you to cut here, right? But instead of cutting here, I just want you to stand here for $20 an hour. Stand here for $60 an hour. Okay, hold on. How many people can he cut? How many haircuts can he have in an hour? Maybe 4. So let's say he makes $20 off each haircut. Haircuts be, a little pricey nowadays, but let's just say they $30. Let's just say they $30. Right? You cut 4 heads. You make $120. Let's just say I paid you $100, $120 to just stand here for an hour. Some of you would take that. Some of you would take it. You'd be like, a whole hour? And I'll get $120? Damn, I'm making $120 an hour. If I'm able to pay you $120 for you to stand here, how much money do you think I'm making? How much money do you really think I'm making? So this is not the best example for you. I'm just showing y'all an example of a higher quality. But now let's be real to what a person really makes. You make $20 an hour. So I hyped y'all up with the 120, but you really make $20 an hour. So some of y'all looking at, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna stand there for a whole hour, make 120, but you're sitting down and crunching numbers for $20. Some of y'all about to log off. Some of you are about to log off. $20 is not generous. $20, get that out of your account. In fact, can somebody delete that comment, please? $20 is not generous. $20 is slavery. If you are working, let's just think about it. Think about it this way. This is the easiest way to think about it. Because we all know somebody who works with, like security, right? Some type of security job. Who here knows somebody who works security job? Somebody, right? Dang, your grandma work. I'm sending love to your grandma. I got some grandma work. You got grandma working security, y'all. She probably want to do it too. Grandma like, nah, I love my job. They got different passions, right? But think about it this way now. They get $20 an hour. I'm just saying, maybe you get $20 an hour. But what if now I say, stand here for an hour on the corner and I'm gonna pay you $20? Who want the job now? Who want the job now? Stand here for an hour, I'm gonna pay you $20. Now it starts to really think about it. Y'all visualize this. This is what your job is telling you to do. I'm going to pay you $20 to stand on the corner for an hour. Okay, maybe you're not standing on the corner. You're just sitting down. I'm gonna pay you $20 to come to my office to crunch a bunch of numbers, to do a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna pay you $20. Okay, maybe everybody doesn't have that type of job. Maybe you got a job where you're moving out products. I'm gonna pay you $20 to come into my warehouse and move out all of these products in an hour. And I just need 1 hour of your time. I'll pay you $20. Like this, now this is how you're really gonna start to get into this now. I'm gonna pay you $20, but I need you to come into my warehouse. In fact, put it this way. I need you, because I know you got more experiences with this. I need you to help me move. I need you to help me pack everything. I need you to help me box everything. I need you to help me put it into the van or whatever truck that we're using, and I'm gonna give you $20. In fact, I don't even need you to help me do it. I need you to do it. Wait a minute, and now I know he's getting closer now. I know y'all starting to get it now. I know it's getting closer now. I'm hiring you to spend 1 hour to pack all my stuff up. and put it in a cart so we can drive off in it. $20. Is that worth your time? Put the answer in the chat. Watch everybody who makes $18 an hour say, no, it's not worth my time. Watch. And you just came and you just had to come up. You just had to come up. Because what I want y'all to do is disconnect from distractions. Your value is not put on time. It's not put on the time. So why are you giving up your value? What's more important than money to y'all? Put the answer in the chat. So if time is more important, then why are you trading your time for $20? Isn't that crackhead prices? Oh, now I'm about to mess your heads up now. Isn't that crackhead prices now? Some of y'all about to be pissed off now. I want to see y'all faces. Let me go to my gallery view because I got to see y'all faces on this one. I want to see y'all faces because some of y'all giving out your time for crackhead prices. $20 an hour, $18 an hour is generous. $15 an hour. And this is not to make you feel bad. I'm showing you something in real time. But being that you're so connected to distractions, you can't see that this is crazy. Enough said. So the new idea is that we could have changed the world, right? Like, if we never get busy with our distractions, we could change the entire world. How do I know that I am doing that? And I'm talking to 71 people who are getting ready to do the same thing. You are getting ready to change the world. You have a primetime opportunity to be in your alignment with your assignment, but you keep allowing these distractions to create your subtractions. So when you realize I don't have the money, it's not that you don't have the money. Where are you spending the money at? Where are you spending the money? How many of you smoke weed? How many of you drink Hennessy or get the bottles, Pop Ciroc, or the new thing is Casamigos, and y'all be ready and lit to talk about that, but where is the money going? Your mission is bigger now. For the next 30 days, your mission is bigger. Forget the Casamigos. In fact, take the Casamigos if you celebrate yourself from doing something from the week. You could use it as a celebration. In fact, maybe you got family members who always talk about get a bottle and you always want buying a bottle. What if you finally have them chip in $5 each to get the bottle and now you just made your money back and now you got the drink for free? What about that? So now your distractions aren't creating subtractions. Now you're creating ways to be a business owner. What about all the family members that's asking you for plates, but they never chip in with the food? Okay, cool. Today we're gonna do something different. $5 plates, y'all. Everybody chipping just $5, and you can get at least 2 plates. They're gonna see that as, damn, wait, I can get 2 plates for $5? They can't get that nowhere else. It's a win-win for everybody. You got the money back in your pocket. It costs you nothing. Only thing you had to do was just spend some time on cooking. But now you got to eat for free. Okay, you got these makeups. All these girls always asking you every time you go out, you got your friend, oh, let me borrow your makeup. Let me do this, let me do that. Start selling the makeup now. Start selling the makeup now. Oh, all your friends want to borrow clothes? Okay, cool. Start selling the clothes now. You got a lot of handbags, you got a lot of shoes. Start selling these things. Rent them out. Rent them out now. Okay, girl, you want to wear my bag? I got you. I got you. But now guess what? I started my rental bag business. And guess what? I want you to be the first one. So I'm going to give you a discount because you're my girl. But what I got to start doing, because I need people paying for this. So I'm going to let you get priority when you pay. But I'm going to give you the discount. Okay, cool. You may give her the $10 discount. Cool. But you charge everybody else $30. Now you got her wearing it. You take pictures of her that day. And now you advertise your best friend in it. And now your best friend sees that you're doing this business. Now your best friend advertises too. Yeah, I just got the what's her name bag from my girl. She's selling them. She renting it out. Y'all go to her. Now you got your friend enrolled into it. Now you're making money for being who you are now. So these are ways that you can start being able to become more effective in less time. So that way your distractions don't become your subtractions. Now you disconnect from distractions. And now guess what? All of these things that were distractions are now additions. Right? When I was doing Netflix for Roku, doing graphics for Netflix and Roku, I was getting paid to watch movies. My distractions were now additions now. So I want everybody to think and be honest about where they're at now so that way they can go to where they want to be. So this is it. Sunshine is out. So she's not going to be able to do the closing today, but I'm going to close it up for y'all. You have the power to be the most amazing person in your life, in your family. You are the best of the best. I need you to start moving like it. So we talked about seeing obstacles as opportunities. We talked about accountability and discipline. We talked about being consistent, right? We talked about these things. We said, okay, look, you got to choose to see which situations are just notifications that makes you feel, okay, I just need to improve in this area. So anytime you see these negatives, just understand it's just a notification for an area of improvement. If you got the self-transformation blueprint, some of these things will already be known to you, right? You have a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset, right? What type of opportunities? Your obstacles are not things, your obstacles aren't things that are hurting you. They are things that are helping you. Your obstacles are meant to help you. The work that you have to do on yourself is allowing the work to work on you, right? So you have to live in your possibilities, because what we learn from what? Where do we learn from, y'all? Put the answer in the chat. Where do we learn from? We learn from the past, but what is learning used for? So when we learn from our past, we have to master the things to never go back to where we was. A lot of y'all like to think about, okay, I got to get back to who I was. No, you got to become who you need to be. So we got to move forward. So we got to learn from the past. We got to master our craft, right? What do we see? Tell us what we see. So we learn from the past, but we see for the what? We see what? We see the future, right? We see the future. So the future is our vision. It's what we see. It's what we see. Now, we live and we stand in our possibilities of the present, right? That's what we live in, the possibilities. What's possible for you? Because either way you believe you can or you believe you can't, either way you're going to be right. So I might as well just believe I can, right? I might as well just believe I can. So when you disconnect from these distractions, what happens is you start to actually add to your life. When you're watching your favorite TV show, okay, it's okay to watch TV here and there, but make it a reward for yourself. Go out there and accomplish everything you said you was going to do, and then make it a reward for yourself. So that way it's now no longer a distraction that's subtracting. It's now, okay, cool, I'm recharging my battery. I'm going to watch my favorite TV show now as a recharge. Stay away from critiquing celebrities. All of that's part of the plan. The people that love you, the people that hate you, all of that's part of the plan, right? So don't get upset that people don't support you. Don't worry about that stuff right now. Worry about what you can control. What you can control is what you do. All right? Please understand that all of these programs that you involved in are taking all of your money from you. You celebrating Thanksgiving, but you don't really got money. You complain about not being able to put the food on the table for your family or get the kids what they want, but you over here spending all your money. These holidays are just cash grabs. If you haven't realized that now, you know it now, because TV is just meant for you to watch commercials. So then you go out there and do what the commercials say to do. Alexa, how many of you got Alexa in your house? How the heck did you know about Alexa? Commercial. Commercial told you to go get Alexa, and you went and got Alexa. Now you're utilizing Alexa. Commercial told you what Christmas is. Now you go and utilize Christmas, and you spend all your money up. So then no wonder why you can't complete your goals on February 1st. Because you depleted your goals before you even got started. All right? So please understand, everybody, you are amazing. You are whole. You are complete. You are everything you ever needed to be. You got to make a decision to choose to live the life that you want to choose. You got to see the negatives versus the notifications. You disconnect from the distractions, and you will have more additions than subtractions. You are valuable. You are worth it. You are amazing. Once again, you are you. It is time. Everybody come over mute. I need y'all to snap it up. I need y'all to clap it up. I need y'all to make some noise as we go out.
All right.
Go.
Let's
Get it. Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Let's get it.
more
Yeah.
acceptance. And our
Thank you.
value.
Turn it
That
up
was
a
true.
notch. Turn
Oh,
it up
that's
a
true.
notch.
Oh,
Turn it up
Yeah.
another
Our
notch.
another notch. Looking at everything as
Yeah.
notifications.
the solution makers.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Mastery.
Let's
go.
Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. We got the work group session.
Get it, family.
We got the work group session, y'all.
Great message.
Great
Got
session.
the work group session at 1.
your freedom.
We got the work group session at 1. Don't forget, we got the work group session at 1. Come to the work group session if you need some love and attention. Get that work done, whether it's on your 9 to 5, whether it's on your business, whether it's on your task, right? It's a great place for you to come and get that work done, so that way you can become the best version of yourself. Just tap in. Also, what I want is this. Who here has already joined the content creation program? If you joined the content creation program already, put a 1 in the chat. We're going to have a meeting at 12 noon. So if you see that inside of your Telegram group, and you didn't join, don't pay it any attention. That's something that we will show y'all later. But whoever did join the content creation group, please let me know. Look out for it inside the Telegram that you will see a link for a call. That call, we will address a few things on that call, right? I'm sending everybody love, beautiful energy. Jasmine, you want to come up and mention anything before we roll out of here?
I am ecstatic for that meeting at 12 because content creation is everything. We create our content every day, y'all. So go out, be the star of your movie, tap into everything that you need to do, right? The success matters today. So everything that you do, it matters. Put the energy behind it, recharge your mind, rejuvenate your heart to know that you are on the right track. Doesn't matter what it looks like to anybody else, but what does it look like to you, right? What are the clothes that we talked about today? You said you're going to tap into them leadership clothes. You said you're going to tap into them high energy clothes, high energy, high income, right? High impact, high everything, high status, right? So tap into those clothes. Let's really create the content for our movies as you are the star of your very own movie. I love y'all. Let's go out. Let's be intentional and let's be greater than what we were yesterday. By 1%. But if you can make it to 10, 20, 30%, listen, you higher than the rest. So let's go. Let's be great. And I love y'all family. Tapping at 12 if y'all are in the content mentorship. And then 1 p.m. with our work group session. You never know. Magic might come in there and give us some more magic. I don't know. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. But tap in. When you show up, you glow up, y'all. All right, y'all. Have a great, great day. Travel safe and be greater than you were yesterday. Let's get it.